Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Red Sea podcast. Welcome back to another GBL Finals recap, and welcome back to winning ways, I suppose, as Olympiacos have turned the series in their favor to one now with game 4 and possibly the final game being tomorrow at 9 in the T Center in Athens. Some could say in our second home. And I'll get straight into it, as it really felt like Olympiacos just entered the series. It really felt like Olympiacos finally realized that they can do better, that they are better. Olympiacos realized that they are. Well, it's more remembered than realized, I suppose, that they are the European champions. And while we didn't really play at our fullest, we didn't really play at our best. Still, even something like our 70% was more than enough to get a win that honestly could have even been more comfortable. But either way, it was a double-digit victory. It was 100 points again. Nothing close to what we showed on game 2, especially offensively. Nothing close even to what we showed on game 1 offensively, as everything was the closest it's been to a level it should for a while now, to be honest, as we were on a 56% field goal percentage. We were 67% from mid-range and a very solid 40% from 3. Rebounding-wise, once again, we dominated with a plus 11 difference, 34 on our end with 23 for Pana. Assists were also on our end. And the only thing that really even came close to costing us were the turnovers, where, of course, we were tied with Pana with 10 each. Very, very, very close to the Olympiacos basketball we saw in the Final Four. And of course, as proven, that was more than enough. The only thing that can be improved to seal the title and get us a win even more comfortably than the win came in game 3 would be a better, more locked up defense. Because again, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to complain unnecessarily once again. But we did concede 92 points. That is quite a big number, especially for one of the best defenses in Europe. So there is certainly a bunch of stuff, a bunch of details toward it a bit better that can be improved on that department. But other than that, no real complaints, honestly, especially from some players that showed up exactly how they should have showed up. And of course, the first man in that category is the man that not only doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon, but a man that's picking up pace until the final whistle of the season, so he can do it all over again next season. The man that showed up at a percentage that even a number couldn't cover, the man that fulfilled his destiny to lead Olympiacos to glory, has kept leading Olympiacos ever since Fenerbahce before. Of course, the man that we've been screaming about, the man that speaks the best when the ball is flaming hot, not even hot, and that, of course, is Evan Fournier. Evan once again took the rest of the team and led by example at that, on both ends, on the ball, off the ball, as he put up a very impressive, a very, very near double-double of 28, 3, and 8, with a steal added to his name. And honestly, of course, also, as we posted earlier today on all socials, you'll find every link you want down below, as always. Evan Fournier tied the record for most threes made in a finals game of the Greek Basket League, with him scoring 6 out of 10. And those 6 were oh so crucial. This man, aside from his insane adaptability to do anything the team needs, aside from his more than impressive leadership skills, this man is an absolute deadeye. And I feel like he's saving up an indescribable performance for Game 4 for us to lift a second title in Athens in a matter of just a couple of months. And of course, the effect that the incredibly passionate Evan Fournier has on the rest of the team showed on the rest of the team, as for example, the man that popped back up in the squad, the man that should have never been taken out of the squad, showed up, played almost the entire game, as of course Kostas Papanikolaou, the captain, had a back issue, a back injury, and he couldn't play. Tyson Ward, the Energizer, as he's been fan-dubbed by comments on this channel, proved to be vital once again, proved that he deserves to be here, he deserves to play, he deserves his time. He loves his time here, as he was crucial on both ends with 12, 4, and 4, and 2 steals to his name, 2 very crucial, out of nowhere steals. I did see a few negative comments in regards to Tyson, and I really don't get them. This man brings something that is really unmatched, that is really quite indescribable, and this man brings something that other teams can't keep up with. Simply, I know he got stopped on some plays, I know he had some turnovers to his name, but he for sure made up for them, and he proved exactly as he should on the court, why he should stay in the squad, and why, in his own way, he's irreplaceable. And speaking of a man that was right back in the squad, Derek Jones, this man just came in and did his thing. Honestly, there's no better way to describe it. He came in, he completely messed up the flow of Pana. He got in people's heads. He put up a few points. He had a couple of rebounds. He was incredible defensively. And honestly, he just did his thing, as I said. There's no better way to truly describe what Derek Jones did. And I'm certain that we'll see something even much better tomorrow from him on Game 4. Now, we spoke about one star of the team. Now let's speak about the other. Sasha Vezenkov, putting up Sasha Vezenkov numbers, putting up a very strong 24, 3, and 2 with 2 steals as well to his name. And he just did Sasha things. Crucial stops, crucial baskets, crucial off-ball movement, that catch and shoot ability that is unmatched in Europe. Arguably one of the best in the world of basketball in general. And this man just very, very calmly did his thing. It's the same thing, as I said, for Evan Fournier. This man just plays so much more freely now without just the stress of failure on him. And he, as well as everyone else, had his best game in the series. And he, as everyone else, I'm sure will have an even better game on Game 4. That's arguably the most important thing that happened. People played like they should. When a title is at play, it at least seemed like a complete switch of mentality. And honestly, that's the best thing that could have happened. We came on here after Game 2 and said that they desperately need to look at that loss and use it as a wake-up call. And everybody on the team, from top to bottom, did exactly that. They woke up from that loss on Game 2 and realized what they needed to do and did it almost perfectly. And there is just one more game to do it as perfectly as needed. Now, another man that continues his scary form, finishing off a season of a lifetime, honestly, and I still can't believe that people were doubting this man before the season started. A man, of course, that's finishing the season in probably the best condition he has ever been, both purely form and physicality wise, and another man that just looks unstoppable, dominating the paint, having a couple of highlight worthy at minimum dunks, and of course having the highlight of the game after dunking what was one of the most impressive passes we've seen recently, that over the head no look pass of Sasha Vezenkov. making the phrase that they're finding each other with their eyes closed quite literal. Of course, I'm talking about our Serbian titan, not even mountain at this point, Niko Milutinov, who finished his game with a very strong 17-6-3. And honestly, this man is as close to a flawless big as it gets. Of course, he has the backup he deserves to have in Tyreek Jones and Donta Hall by extension, which for sure has given him a lot more freedom in his game, a lot more confidence in his game, and so on and so forth. But he himself put in so much unbelievable work this season, where you just have to applaud him, you just have to respect it. And he, by extension, again, just completely embarrassed the Panathinaikos fans and even the organization that thought they made us pay a very, very overvalued price for his contract. This man was worth double that this season, and with the freedom of a European champion, I feel like next season this man will solidify himself as the best big in Europe. Not that he hasn't already, but I am so positive about some people's form next season, where honestly I can't even describe the insanity of basketball that I believe we will be just witnessing with great pleasure next season. Now, as well as an incredible front line, we had a duo of incredible guards. As always, Thomas Walkup and Corey Joseph both did their thing, splitting up playtime almost evenly with the timing and the fouls, allowing Corey Joseph to play just a bit more than Thomas Walkup. Thomas, of course, finding that insane shooting form that he had around the Final Four. Of course, making it seem like he was saving them up for Game 3, using all his luck and form on Game 3 instead of Game 2. And of course, Corey Joseph, who came in, dropped people down and embarrassed them as an old school guard of his stature, of his talent, and of his hard work does. And again, the fact that they are so complementary and so perfect for the rest of the team, with their own positives and in their own style, is so incredibly pleasing to watch, and it shows up on the results themselves as well. Now, Game 4, as we said, tomorrow. I think the biggest positive in regards to Game 4 is the fact that we will more than likely have Tyler Dorsey with us. Tyler Dorsey, of course, who has been an indescribable absence from this series, just bringing factors that no one else can after a season that no one could have imagined. if, knock on wood, if he's fully fit, if he's healthy, it will be that perfect final missing piece of the puzzle that will crown us champions of the Greek Basket League. I truly and wholeheartedly believe that he will. And in a matter of the rest of the team, I'm hopeful that they will take Game 3, as Tyson Ward said, that they will take Game 3 and build on that. I don't really feel like they will lean back on Game 3 and therefore and relax again. I feel like they have the fact that it's one more game in their minds. I feel like in the back of their head, it's the fact of getting 2 crowning ceremonies in the T Center. I feel like they know the importance of the GBL title and finishing off a historic season in the perfect way. So I truly feel confident. I'm not gonna say anything else, but I'm positive and I'm confident. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hopefully, Dorsey's back for Game 4. Signs are looking like he will be, but hopefully Dorsey's back for Game 4. And again, I'm gonna answer in a very similar way. Hopefully, we get another crowning at the T Center, because honestly, the morality effects that this is already having, by the way, but if we see another crowning at the T Center, I feel like they'll spiral. Stuff is already not going well for them. Ataman is with 1 foot out the door, more than likely. So if we finish the series off tomorrow, like the boys deserve to do so, I really want to see the after effects of it all. Not that it matters. Us winning the league matters above anything, but it certainly is going to be very, very, very interesting to see what happens tomorrow. And hopefully, to close off on a more cautious subject, hopefully nothing bad happens fan-wise, because we've seen it before. We've seen them destroy their own stadium before. So hopefully nothing like that happens. Hopefully we can for once enjoy a game of basketball, and hopefully we can enjoy just sitting back and saying that we finished off a season with a domestic and European double, and the fact that we're heading into next season with more positivity and more freedom than ever. Because God knows we all deserve it. From the fans, to the staff, to the owners, to the players. It's one more game, and it's one more very, very important game. That's the gift I always wanted. When does he not complain? Win or loss, he complains. We've seen the of course, today was media day. We've seen what everyone said. They're pushing an agenda like they know how to do with everything and anything. We must not be distracted. We must not be affected. And I'm sure the boys aren't paying any attention to all of that. And I'm sure the boys are gonna wipe the damn floor tomorrow. By the way, I forgot to mention it, and I feel like it's a perfect closing segment, a perfect, very positive closing segment. How incredible is Coach B? Not just because of basketball, of course. This man is a proud definition of what it means to be Olympiacos. This man will always be hated and be the source of the nightmare of the opposition fans, because he not only is one of us, just a pure, wholehearted supporter of Olympiacos, but he is one of us, and he did take us to glories we couldn't even imagine. He's still writing some of the most golden chapters in the history book of Olympiacos, and he's doing that without ever backing down from anybody. All the media war, all the attacks, all the targeting, nothing has affected him. And in a world where everyone else is staying silent, this man is putting everyone in their place, Fiorentina fans included. I think that will be my absolute favorite quote from the season. I think that would be my absolute favorite quote for a while. I think that will be truly one of my favorite quotes for a while. Probably my absolute favorite quote for a while. It was just so unexpected. Good. I think that's about it for today. I think I leave it at that. I leave you all with this question. If you guess the specific Fiorentina fan, you get a cookie. And the hint that I will give you all is that the Fiorentina fan has changed a lot of teams throughout the year. Specifically teams that play against Olympiacos. Coincidentally, of course. But yeah, I leave it at that very positive, incredible message. And I'll see you all probably on Friday. Not on Friday, I'm sorry. I'll see you all probably on Thursday. Thursday, of course, being the starting day of the World Cup. A World Cup that you'll definitely see some content from us. I don't know what. Will definitely follow the journey of our own players, especially Ayub El-Kadi, who is already back to scoring ways, by the way, in the preparation friendly. So you'll definitely see some stuff from us. On Thursday, we'll hopefully be celebrating another championship, but no matter what, as always, on all the ups and on the downs, we'll be here. And we appreciate all your support genuinely, wholeheartedly, and the best has yet to come. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, we'll see you soon. Thank you.